Greenlights by Matthew McConaughey. Greenlights is the first book of Matthew McConaughey, an actor we know from movies like Dallas Buyers Club, Interstellar, and Mud. Greenlights is not a typical memoir. It's not an advice book either. It's a love letter to life. The book is an extraction from Matthew's journals, where for the last 35 years, he has been writing about his successes and failures, his joys and sorrows, jotting down what moves him, how to be a good man, how to get what he wants, how to have meaning in life. Greenlights is a playbook based on the adventures in Matthew's life. He shares a lot of intimate stories, some deep insights, and his life philosophies with a great deal of humor and refreshing humility. At Read and Grow, we review the books you want to read and present them to you in a short and memorable video. Make this channel part of your daily routine and check our book summaries for timeless principles, new insights, and unwavering motivation. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell in order to stay tuned. The name of the book, and a continuous theme throughout it, Greenlights, comes from a realization that Matthew had early in his life. Greenlights are easy and feel good. In our lives, they are approvals, support, praise, health, success, joy. They say yes and give us what we want. Yellow and red lights we don't like. A detour, an interruption, a disagreement, sickness, pain, failure, death. They're hard and slow us down. They say no, but sometimes give us what we need. Throughout the years, time and time again, Matthew saw a repeating pattern. The problems we face today eventually turn into blessings in the rearview mirror of life. In time, yesterday's red light leads us to a green light. All destruction eventually leads to construction. All death eventually leads to birth. All pain eventually leads to pleasure. In this life or the next, what goes down will come up. Matthew McConaughey, a Texan boy with a peculiar upbringing, has two older brothers and a dad who would whoop his backside if he would do something he shouldn't have, especially saying, "I can't." He could have trouble doing something, but can't was not an option. Matthew doesn't condone the whooping, but appreciates the fact that he didn't do a lot of things for fear of the consequences. An experience that further shaped the man he is today was a year Matthew McConaughey spent in Australia as an exchange student when he was 18. He presents the whole adventure in a hilarious way, even though it's been hard for sure. It was a year when he found himself, because he was forced to. A year that also planted the seeds of a notion that continues to guide him today. Get relative with the inevitable. Life is hard. Stuff happens to us. We make stuff happen. When hardship is inevitable, get relative. Don't give credit to the crisis. Persist until you cross the finish line. And look for the silver lining in all of it. We have to be thrown off balance to find our footing. And it's better to jump than to fall. The author had a few periods of self-discovery in his life. Once when his dad died, and afterwards after he got famous almost overnight. Losing his father was his rite of passage into manhood. No more safety net. No one above the law and government looking after him anymore. He came to the realization that he needs to be less impressed with life and more involved. The sooner we become less impressed with the mortal things we have been revering in our life, the sooner we get better at them. The actor handled his newfound fame by following a dream he had and embarking on 2 solo trips, one to the Amazon River and one to Africa. There he found himself, got light, put himself where the truth of what's important in life was able to find him. At one point, he committed to a road life and spent 3 years traveling through 48 states and living in a trailer with his dog, Miss Hud. a great time for reflection and writing in his journal, all along working on movies. Then it was time for another awakening. Matthew McConaughey was known in Hollywood for his romantic movies, a role he played well and one that paid well, but was not inspiring him anymore. He needed a challenge, and he wanted to play deeper characters in more meaningful stories. The transition to the serious genre and the process of unbranding himself took a good 2 years and a great deal of courage and perseverance. The idle time he spent with his growing family. A father of 3, Matthew shares that being a dad was one of the first things he wanted in life. And then he truly shined. Movies like True Detective and Dallas Buyers Club are where one can see how good an actor Matthew McConaughey is. He lost 50 pounds for the role of Ron Woodruff, a performance for which he won an Oscar. But the way the author wants to leave a legacy is by writing this very book. It's a way to direct his own movie and play his favorite character. It's also a way to hold himself accountable, a written record of the lessons learned, a reminder of what life is truly about. Thank you for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please share it with us in the comment section below. We appreciate your feedback.